The Librarian of Lantern Hill. Part 1. Soft, soothing voice, slow pace, gentle emphasis. Take a deep breath, dear listener, in and out. Let your shoulders soften. Let your jaw loosen. Let your eyelids grow heavy, as though they are weighed down by warm evening light. This is your moment of stillness. This is your place of calm. You are safe, you are warm, and you are welcome here. As you breathe, imagine a faint lantern glow flickering in a tall stone tower. Hear the hush of wind brushing against ancient walls. Feel the gentle creak of wooden beams above. A place of quiet learning, where time seems to move more slowly. Our story today begins in a monastery, a place high on a hill, where the world outside is hushed, and within, the soft scratch of a quill is the only sound that dares disturb the silence. This is Lantern Hill, and at its highest chamber lives a librarian. He is a gentle monk, older now, his back curved from years of leaning over parchment. His fingers are ink-stained, and his eyes, though dim with age, still shine with a kind of patient devotion. It is night, and he tends the library with a lantern by his side. Can you see it? The shelves of hand-copied manuscripts, lined neatly, like rows of sleeping souls. Each one crafted with care, ink flowing like prayer upon the page. Each margin decorated with careful color and gilded light. The air smells faintly of parchment and beeswax. The stone walls hold the coolness of the evening. But near the librarian's table, the lantern flickers warmly, casting gentle shadows that sway as if breathing. He works in silence, turning a page with such delicacy, as though it were a fragile wing of a butterfly. And as he works, a hush settles deeper, softening your mind, slowing your thoughts, helping you drift ever closer to peace. The librarian dips his quill into ink, thick and dark, drawn from oak galls and iron salts. A recipe known since the Middle Ages, whispered from monk to monk. He presses the nib to the parchment, and the ink flows, a steady stream, a river of words curving across creamy vellum. Did you know that in the 12th century, monks would stretch calfskin, scraping it thin to make parchment, smoother than ordinary paper, able to hold ink for centuries? Our librarian remembers the process, though he does not do it himself anymore. Still, he remembers the sound of the knife against hide, the faint scent of lime water, the patience required to make each page. Each book was not just writing. It was a prayer, a devotion, a labor of months, sometimes years. And so, as he copies a psalm tonight, his movements are reverent. Each curve of each letter is shaped slowly, like a meditation in motion. Listen to the hush of his quill. Scratch, pause, scratch. A rhythm as steady as breathing. The lantern light catches on the edge of his work. There, a glimmer of gold. Gold leaf, thin as a sigh. Delicate sheets laid carefully onto glue made of honey and egg white. The librarian presses it gently with a soft brush, and suddenly the page shimmers. In the stillness, the golden letter seems to glow like a star in the night. And in that glow, you may feel your body grow lighter, your breath deeper, your mind softer. Every flicker of gold is like a small dream, a quiet light guiding you into rest. Outside the tower, the wind drifts through the hills, carrying the scent of pine and damp earth. A wolf howls faintly in the distance, but the monastery walls stand firm, a cradle of safety. Inside, the librarian continues, turning another page, binding another word, sealing another memory into parchment. Did you know that some monks believed each page was watched over by angels, who guarded the words so they would never be lost? They whispered prayers as they wrote, so that even the letters carried a blessing. Imagine the peace of that every word on the page is more than ink. It is a blessing resting gently on your mind. The librarian pauses. He leans back, flexes his hand, and closes his eyes for a moment. The lantern flickers against the curve of his face. Lines of age etched like rivers of wisdom. He listens to the silence. But it is not empty silence. It is full of presence. The creak of the rafters, the faint whistle of wind, the steady beat of his own heart. And in that silence, he feels a great stillness. The same stillness you feel now, as your breath slows, As your body sinks heavier into rest, the shelves whisper to books resting, knowledge sleeping, waiting to be awakened. Some books contain psalms, others hold stories of kings. Some are herbal guides, listing remedies of rosemary, sage, and lavender. Each book has a spirit of its own. Each one is alive in its quiet way. And the librarian tends them all, a shepherd of words, a guardian of silence. Tonight, he works slowly, but he feels no rush. Time here is measured not in hours, but in candlelight, in turning pages, in the rhythm of copying one line, then another. And you, to feel no rush. You are here in his quiet tower, watching, breathing, resting. Soft pause, slow breath. This is the beginning. The lantern glows, the quill moves, and the night stretches onward in peace. The story has only just begun, but already, the stillness wraps around you, inviting you deeper into calm, into safety, into dreams. That's approximately 1,000 words for Batch 1. Would you like me to continue with Batch 2? Next, 1,000 words. Carrying the story forward into more detail of the librarian's night, the golden manuscripts, and his dreamlike reflections.